The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Hey everybody, this is The Ashholes. Each week, they smoke a different cigar, sometimes the same cigar, but mostly different, and they give their honest impression. They always assign an official Ashholes rating to that cigar. So, pull up a chair, light up, relax, be an Ashhole too. It's very rewarding.
We are broadcasting live from the Studio 21 Cigar Studio above Two Guys Smoke Shop in Salem, New Hampshire. This is the Ashholes podcast with another friendly takeover by the Ash Heels. Welcome back, ladies.
Thanks.
Good to have you back. Today we got a lot of things on deck for you folks. We'll be talking all things New England Cigar Expo. If you didn't get that from the thumbnail, this is the time to chat about it. Of course, we'll have our usual suspects about top five and Kiltman's Corner. And above all else, we'll be smoking an excellent cigar. For those of you that paid attention, last month we had a semi-hostile takeover. And the comments and emails and reviews came in, and it turns out you folks really liked it. So we're back, and we will be here once a month from here on out, talking about cigars, our experiences, and taking over the Ashholes. I'm Sarah. With me is Agnes and Ruby Cannoli. Welcome back, ladies.
Hello.
It's so good to have you back. Thanks for signing on to do it again.
I know. It's like I'm not nervous at all.
You don't look nervous.
Oh, thanks.
No, I was just saying off air that I've done this so many times and I'm nervous every time. It's never going to matter. It's just, I think it's the human existence that if you're going to go talk to a couple hundred people, internet strangers, you're going to get a little nervous. So, but
yeah,
this
but
is
we're all human. They know that.
Yeah.
So.
Heck yeah. All right, so we have got a lovely cigar to light up today. Agnes, what are we smoking?
Right. We're smoking Red Anchor Captain, and the wrapper is Ecuador Habano. Binder is Dominican Monte Plata. Filler is Dominican Habano 92 and Pennsylvanian Broadleaf. This size is 5x50. Price is $20 per single and $424.99 per box of 25. And you can find this cigar on 2guyscigars.com. That is number 2, guyscigars.com.
Lovely. The nose on this right away. Smells so nice. I almost get some notes of floral. I know the nosing of a cigar isn't in our bits, but I just threw it in.
I do.
Oh, that smells so nice.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic.
I smell raisins. It's like sweet.
Yeah, there's a sweetness to it.
Right?
Yep. All right, we're going to cut it. And time for the cold
Taste
draw.
it. Let's taste it and do the cold draw.
Alrighty.
Oh, we did.
You already did. Oh, she's lighting up.
Raisins. Oh,
Okay.
you're ready to go, Agnes.
I'm ready to go. This is one of my favorite cigars from our United Cigar portfolio. It was a beautiful project with United Cigars and Kellner Boutique Factory in Dominican Republic. And Kellner family is known for their rich history with Davidoff cigars, so you're really smoking a beautiful experience. And it comes in Gunner, Captain, Admiral, and Commodore size.
I have to say the cold draw on this is so reminiscent of Fig Newtons. And
That's what I was
I
smelling.
really,
Not raisins,
really like
Fig
that.
Newtons, yes.
I'm lagging a little bit, but it is time to light our cigar, brought to you by Perdomo, which is the hottest brand in the land, for those who don't know, a company founded on quality, tradition, and excellence.
One draw, that's the law. One draw, that's the law. One draw, that's the law.
One Draw, That's the Law is brought to you by Abuelo Cigars. You're going to live under my roof, you're going to play by my rules. Abuelo Cigars.
You know,
All right.
have you ever tasted those hermit cookies?
Hermit cookies.
Like they're like that bread molasses. They sell them in the market. You know, like all the cookies.
Is that a regional thing? Hermit cookies?
Yeah, hermit. It's like a raisin, molasses.
Oh.
That's what I'm tasting.
I don't know that cookie, but I get molasses, like right off the bat. The raisin comes through on the nose and the palate. But the molasses too. There's kind of a really subtle sweetness to this. That's really nice. Rounds out all the kind of fruity notes underneath there. That's fantastic. This looks like a beautiful cigar. Just for those who are listening, the sheen on the wrapper is stunning. It feels amazing. The aroma on the smoke is great, and we are one draw into that. Wow. Do you smoke this regularly?
Yes, it's one of my top picks that I would smoke. This, and if I don't smoke Hatabay or Byron, it will be Red Anchor, and now the Gold Star that we just launched
Gold
at
Star.
DC. Yeah.
So this is Dominican, and sometimes with Dominican, I think you can get certain flavors to pop a little bit more, and I wonder if that's kind of why we're all picking up on that raisin note here. Aaron is behind the board helping us out today, an honorary ash heel, I suppose. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad it's this honorary.
But yeah, this is great. I'm excited. I have not smoked this size before. I've smoked. It's similar to the Churchill. I'm not sure what size that is off the top.
Gunnar is the shortest one. Is that
Is it the
cool?
Gunner one?
Yeah, it's Gunnar.
And I haven't tried a Robusto, but sometimes I think to get the full experience of a cigar, kind of within a reasonable amount of time, to see all the dynamics of it, a Robusto is the way to go. So I'm excited to get into this. If you're smoking along with us, let us know what you think in the comments. We'll be interested to hear what you have to say. We have got a big event coming up. It's sneaking up, time's flying by, and that is the New England Cigar Expo, and also technically the shop's 40th anniversary, 40 years of Two Guys Smoke Shop, which is
Long
incredible. Every single platform that Dave has been talking about the Expo. I know the Cigar Authority has been chatting about it a lot. People on Facebook, we're seeing you talk about it, and tickets are almost sold out. And I think that is amazing. The VIP is gone. The 2-day passes sold out. The remaining tickets are the Saturday passes for the Saturday event, and this is happening so fast. This is we were talking about this a little bit before the show. This is the event for cigars in New England, but honestly around the country. Just an exceptional weekend of people who appreciate the same hobby, who have the same affinity for, cigars, both manufacturer and consumer. And it is flying off the shelves. We've all been to one in different capacities, different roles. And Ruby has the distinct experience of being both a customer and now an employee at Two Guys to experience this expo. And I was just wondering if we could get a little bit of insight on the duality of man, if you will, of both sides of the fence.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, when I was just a consumer, which I still am, I remember my first picture was with Oliver. I was holding the Dos Hombre ashtray, and I was so proud, I was just so excited. And I had, I knew a little about him, wasn't sure about the cigars at that point, but just that moment, and I look in and I'm like, oh, holy crap.
At the tent, right? Because
Yeah.
it is under the biggest tent you have ever seen, and it goes forever. I mean, we have hundreds of people in there, and it's not crowded.
No.
You've got space. It is the biggest tent space I've ever seen.
People talking and, happy, no negativity. I mean, it was something I'm not used to. I mean, but people not afraid to have conversations, which is great because if you have questions, you don't feel intimidated.
Yeah.
And they make you feel, it was a very comfortable experience. And I said to my husband, how do they get all of this done? And, I'm just curious. At that point, I was, going to the Cigar Authority, as much as I could. And I would always say, it's just like a wedding.
Yeah.
Do they have a rehearsal? Do they have to plan a lot? So now, a year later, the behind the scenes, it's incredible. It doesn't matter how much work it is. It's all worth it. It's a lot of fun. You meet so many different people from all walks of life. And it truly is like a wedding, but no rehearsal.
No rehearsal.
That's it.
We're doing it live.
You do it live, and you need to have your plan A and B and C, and, you know, everybody works hard, and everybody, you know, has their spot, and if they need to jump in, they'll jump, no question. People are jumping in, helping out. Yeah.
It is truly like a night of champions. I mean, you have the manufacturers there. And what's so interesting about the dynamic at the expo is they are there to have a good time also. Like, we're obviously there to talk about their cigars. They're getting highlighted in the packs that people are going to be smoking. But man, I was bartending my first time around, the very first expo we did. They were having a great time. they were having just as much fun as anybody. And I think it's one of the few events, and I'm not super familiar with a bunch of the other ones around the country, but where they can almost put their feet back a little bit and interact with the consumer, like directly. You know, the people smoking their cigars that I see every, you know, Wednesday, or when I was there full time, like every single day of the week. Like, this guy is smoking Patel, you know, Monday through Friday, and there's Rocky Patel, and they're chatting. Like, that to me is such a hard thing to find, where manufacturers can enjoy themselves too, because the work that this team puts in is incredible, like you were saying, to make it so. And it's really this. It's not even meant to be a networking thing, but I see that happening too. Like, people, this is the great equalizer, right? A cigar is the great equalizer. People from all walks of life are in the same room, whether you're a cigar manufacturer or a school teacher or driver's ed instructor or a CEO, it doesn't matter. You're all enjoying the same thing, and that to me is so, especially in this age, like, so special to just be with other humans like that.
It's a natural setting too.
Yeah.
So the conversations are genuinely unique and are made to feel relaxed.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had the opportunity to go to other events, and hands down, the New England Cigar Expo has it all above.
Yeah.
You get your cigars as soon as you walk into the door. You don't have to wait. You don't have to, you know,
like, go
wait
trick or
in
treat,
long lines
like,
and trick or treating. And by the time you get to trick or treat, you don't get to meet anybody. You don't get to. So it's not it.
Like the logistics are down
personable
too.
is not there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know
It's a
what
great
helps
time,
to
but-
relax? Alcohol. I heard they sold out alcohol both years.
Yeah, the first year. So we bartended the first year, myself and Chrissy, formerly board operator here, and what a riot that was. It was like, I'd bartended years prior. I was at a tavern in my college town. That was great. Nothing was like this. I mean, drinks are flying. People are having a good time. It I mean, it's going to relax you a little bit, but also, like, you can have a good time if you have a couple gin and tonics and, you know, Jack and Cokes later. And it just, I'm not surprised that we sold out at the rate that we were going. And the generosity that I got to witness too from, like, anybody, just picking up tabs for other folks that were standing around. It's just, it's like the best of the moods that you could possibly be in, all in one tent. And it's really awesome.
Well, it was funny. I remember we had this conversation. You and Chrissy both served my husband and I our first drink. And you probably don't remember because there were so many different people, but I like Honey Jack. So at the time, my husband's like, this isn't like a big full bar. Just relax and get just regular Jack. So I'm like, okay, fine. Not a big deal. So regular Jack 7 with lime and a Coke, and I'm happy as a clam.
Yeah.
So it was just...
It worked.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Talking about it.
I have to be honest, like, I don't remember that, but also I saw 400 people in, like, one day. Like, I think maybe, I think Patel had come up to our, like, there was 2 bars, so the room kind of picked a side, and they kind of tended to go to, like, one bar or the other. So I kind of got familiar with this side of the room. But if our line got too long, you know, they'd pop over to the other one. It was kind of a well-oiled machine. And so, but I don't remember that, but you told me that last week when we chatted, and I appreciate that so much that you called that out. So I'm glad I got that for you. So.
You girls were nonstop.
We
so
were
you just
nonstop.
it was nuts.
The best part was the food there was also incredible because we were able to bow out a little bit when it slowed down, and they have these food trucks that come in, and we couldn't pick. like, what do you do when you've got options like that? You get one of everything, obviously, which is exactly what we did. and like we were splitting stuff behind the bar. Like I got the dessert. Okay, I'll try this dessert. And then we got the food over there. We split that. So we were able to like try everything. But we bring in food trucks. I mean, like it is an event. It is truly exceptional as far as experiences go. But your role has been different than obviously like slinging drinks and, behind the scenes. So what, Agnes, have you experienced at the...
I feel bad now. You both have worked so hard. Both of experiences have been like, total princess treatment. The funny thing was on the first year, I just started working with United. It was, I want to say, second month. And they was like, well, I hope you stick around. Like he was like a little concerned. He's like, well, this is what it is. Like sort of, everybody who's in cigar industry is going to be there. And I remember it was raining the day one. Remember the first time it was raining?
Yep.
And I arrived at the parking lot, and Rocky Patel and his brother and their colleagues knocked on my window, and they were like, can we have a ride? So they got in a car.
I didn't know.
And I drove them. And then I had so many boxes of cigars in the front seat. And Nish Patel was like, what is this? Do you live here? And I'm like, calm down. Like, I'm giving you a ride.
Impromptu Uber. It's all right.
Impromptu Uber. I said, you owe me a drink. And then actually he was like trying to find me a whole night to get me a drink, but I don't drink. So it's fine. So that was a lovely first introduction.
That is the familiarity we're talking about at these
Very
days.
familiarity. And then, you meet other manufacturers, and it's like they are there for you to enjoy the time with them. They talk about cigars and everything. So I had so much fun. The dinner was excellent, and I loved it so much.
The food was fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic food. That's the
So
other thing, is
good.
like sometimes you go to these big events and like cater in like, little sandwiches or something like that. No, there you guys are getting a hot meal. It's fantastic. I mean, for those who are going to be there, like this is a great cigar lineup, great food, great space. Like you said, the people and that familiarity, it did feel like they knew everybody. Yeah. Like it's just kind of how it was. And there's no shortage of entertainment either. No. On top of, talking to the guys in the cigar industry. This year, the theme is 40 days and 40 nights. And the headliner is, and I didn't know this was a thing until the last 6 months, but night fighting. Right. Yeah. And so I was working at the shop, and my manager was like, hey, we have to go see a night fight. We're going to scope this out for the Expo. Do you want to come? And I think night fight, like it's a seedy, like hidden. I didn't realize we were talking about KNIGHT. Like I was thinking like Fight Club, night fight. I'm like, I guess so. I'll go. I text my husband. I'm like, I'll see you in a few hours. And we get to this place, and these people are in full armor, like swords. It was incredible. I'd never seen anything like it. And I think the guy told us, like, ESPN just picked up a contract for night fighting. Like, this is a thing, you guys. I could not believe it. So there's going to be night fighting this year. Yep. It's just like the creativity behind it is seriously inspired. And that I give a lot of credit to Dave for that.
I mean, Dave literally is a pioneer in everything that he does in the cigar industry. Like, Dave sets the tone here. He had midget wrestling. He had strongest man. I mean, where can you say, oh, I went to this, cigar event, and there were midgets wrestling, and Bill Burr was there, and Tony V. I have never laughed this much in my life, and that says a lot, because I'm Eastern European. I don't understand American jokes. I don't think you're not funny. And dad jokes, don't get me started. I think it's the language barrier. Bless my boyfriend. It's his thing, and I just have to be like, explanation, please. But that was amazing night. And then this year we have Lenny as a comedian. And he's been, Dave, good friends with him, but he's always so busy. So entertainment is top notch. It's like Oscars for cigars, literally. Exactly. With all the stars, and you are part of it. It's not like nothing intimidating. So yeah.
The Bill Burr, it's well planned, well thought. Yeah. Dave puts all his ducks in a row.
Yeah. The Bill Burr secret was crazy to lock that down. So a couple of us found out that first year, and I thought they were joking. I'm like, no way. Bill Burr is not coming to the Cigar Expo. Was I proven wrong? Absolutely. Like, that man, first of all, his commentary was hilarious, but also, Like, he's a cigar smoker, right? He's a part of it. And you want to talk about, like, the great equalizer? You've got Bill Burr, and you've got regular customers, and you've got cigar patriarchs, you've got the two guys employees all in the same spot. It's just, it's so cool. There's no wonder why this sold out as quickly as it did, almost. We've got the one-day pass for the second day still available. There's a couple of them left. Folks, if you are interested, we definitely recommend moving on them sooner rather than later because they are still flying. The ticket is $195, and that includes 20 cigars. And like you said, right out the gate, you get the cigars handed to you right away. $195. Your cigars cost more than $195 anyway. So this doesn't even include the entertainment that you're going to experience on that Saturday, the people you're going to meet, the photo opportunities, everything like that is still available to you. So that Saturday, 9/13, come check us out. And if you want to get a ticket, you can get it at 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. Come see us. We're all going to be there. We're all going to be working.
We're going to have meet and greet.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. We're
I
going to get
know.
to chat with you folks if you want to hang around and get a photo or something like that. So all the cigar celebrities or whatever the hell they call them will be around. The Cigar Authority will be around. That typical Ashholes cast will be around, and the Ash Heels will also be hanging around there to meet with you folks, chat with you folks. It is genuinely, I'm so excited. It's in September. And I love summer, but I can't wait for it to be September for this event alone. So it's going to be a riot. What are we thinking so far on the Red Anchor Captain? How's this smoking for you ladies?
I feel like there's espresso, but creamy espresso, not like too coffee, but like creamy espresso, like macchiato.
None of that
cedar.
bitterness.
No bitterness. And
no
I
bitterness,
retrohale
not
a lot.
spice.
So there is a slight black pepper when you retrohale, but it's mild. It does not linger on your tongue or anything. It's lovely. It's medium, definitely medium.
Ooh,
Like
on the
that.
retro, it reminds me of a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Like just a beautiful, balanced cup of coffee. That is amazing. Again, I haven't smoked this size before, so all these details are fantastic. Red Anchor Captain. If you folks are smoking along, let us know what you think. Well, the expo is going to be great. We hope to see some of you folks there. I'm sure some of you listening already got your ticket, but if you haven't, come join us. 2guyscigars.com. Get your ticket today for that Saturday. And in the meantime, we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll go through the usual suspects.
Only Great Leaf makes great cigars. Aganorsa Leaf stands out because of the distinctive mouth-watering flavors of the Corojo 99 and the Criollo 98 seeds, cultivated by Cuban agronomists on the best lands in Jalapa and Esteli, Nicaragua. When you smoke one of the JFR Lunatic, Guardian of the Farm, or Casa Fernandez cigars, you will experience the unique taste and aroma that makes Aganorsa Leaf different than any other tobacco in the world. Smoke one today and enjoy the signature flavor of Aganorsa Leaf.
Hello, cigar aficionados. This is Klaus Kellner from Davidoff Cigars. I invite you to taste the elements with Davidoff Escurio, Nicaragua, and Yamasa. From water comes originality. Savor the sweet and spicy originality of the Davidoff Escurio tobaccos born by the rains of Bahia, Brazil. From fire comes intensity. Enjoy the bittersweet aromas and fiery intensity of the Davidoff Nicaragua. From earth comes complexity. Taste the earthy flavors and complex spices that are unique to the red soil of the Yamasa region in Dominican Republic. Only Davidoff Master Blenders could take the power of nature and blend it into a range of exceptional cigars, each element making each cigar a unique experience. Water, fire, earth, flavors that have risen from the very world itself. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. Davidoff Cigars, cigar adventures to a wider world.
Introducing the Romeo y Julieta, Reserva Real Nicaragua, Midnight Twist, a bold evolution of a classic favorite. This unique cigar features a striking barber pole wrapper, intertwining Nicaraguan Habano and Maduro leaves, creating a visual and flavorful masterpiece. Beneath its jewel-toned exterior lies a rich blend of Nicaraguan tobaccos, delivering a medium to full-bodied profile. Experience a symphony of flavors, from earthy spices and pepper to indulgent notes of cocoa and coffee, all culminating in a smooth, satisfying finish. Handcrafted by the legendary duo, Rafael Nodal and AJ Fernandez, the Midnight Twist offers a smoking experience that's as captivating as its appearance. Elevate your evening with the Romeo y Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua Midnight Twist. Available now.
We're back live from the Studio 21 Cigar Studio above Two Guys Smoke Shop in Salem, New Hampshire. Today we are smoking the Red Anchor Captain. If you're new and just listening, hit that subscribe button and get notifications from us when we go live, when we've got shows going on. And if you feel particularly passionate about something, send us an email to the ashholespodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's the ashholespodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you folks. Half of the reason why we're back is because we got so many emails from the last show that were raving, I would say, about the takeovers. So we hear you. We listen. Give us an email. Speaking of mailbox, Agnes, do we have a letter today?
Yes, we do.
Ooh, let's get into that.
Let me get in that. Right. So it's from Chef Wyatt, and he says, I wanted to drop you a line to let you know how much I enjoyed the Ash Hills takeover of the podcast. It's great to see/hear women in the cigar industry represented so well and being valued for their knowledge and experience. I would enjoy if they had more chances to do show takeovers or even just being more frequent guests of the pod. Keep up the good work, Chef Wyatt.
As you wish, Chef Wyatt. Your dreams have come true. We're back. We'll be back once a month, too. So we're going to be kind of regular pop-ins here and there for the Ash Holes. They're very graciously giving us their airtime to chat about cigars and come at it from the women's perspective in this industry. So thanks for writing that in, Chef Wyatt. Drop us another line for next time. All right, folks, let's get into Dave's weekly six-pack. You're familiar with this if you're a regular listener. If you're not, this is a six-pack that Dave puts together every week, and you can get it on our website, though it is hidden away, and it's reserved really for the people who are listening in. Go to 2guyscigars.com, that's number 2guyscigars.com, and at the search at the top, type in Dave. You'll get the six-pack. Again, we reserve this for the people who are listening regularly. We want you guys to be able to smoke along with us and enjoy the cigars that we're smoking live, and it will be gone next week. We only have a handful of them every week, so act now if you're interested, and one cigar will be what we smoke the following week.
So the first one is the one we're smoking, the Red Anchor Captain, which is $20. The next one is La Mezcla Cubana for $6.49. And of course, we have our United Maduro Robusto, $7.49. And our La Giana Maduro Bambino, $7.49. We also have the Garofalo La Familia Connecticut Robusto for $10.99. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the Perdomo Legacy Connecticut Robusto, $13.79. This is the first time ever available before National Launch Thursday. So your total for all six is $66.25, but the deal for today is $56.99. That's more than
you get a deal.
Reasonable
and
for
you're
all of them.
smoking a cigar that has never been smoked before, the Legacy. I don't know if anybody in this shop has gotten to smoke the Legacy yet. That is an incredible launch. Oh, Ruby. Ruby Cannoli.
She smoked it on a farm when she went to see Nick, I'm sure.
Of course.
Oh, there you go.
I'm telling you what,
great.
she's a sleeper agent over here. She's got all the experiences, all the cigar experience.
I try, but I want more.
Oh, yeah.
I really want more.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Ash Shields
we'll pace
podcast,
it.
one way
Yep.
is one way to do it. I'm so excited. I haven't smoked that cigar. I'm excited. I hear incredible things about it. We know about the process behind it a little bit. And for that experience alone, the Dave's six-pack is absolutely the way to go. So, again, number 2guyscigars.com. Search Dave at the top and get your six-pack, folks. This is a great list. I have to say, the La Mezcla Cubana, I smoke one of those every time I work. I bought 2 boxes. Sorry, I'm outing myself. I hope my husband isn't listening right now. I bought 2 boxes during March Madness, and I smoke 1 or 2 every shift. It's fantastic. For a $6.50 cigar, the flavor's incredible, and it could be easily a daily smoke. And it's not too long, so like wintertime, I was still enjoying it when it was a little chilly out. I could go on my stoop and kind of enjoy that. So that's another great one in there. Personal Sarah stamp on that one. So for those who listened last month, you might have heard a little chit chat about Ruby and her she shed. And this was a really cool project she was working on at the time. I asked for updates kind of off air, but I'm curious about the she shed, Ruby. And I'm wondering if you could maybe share a little bit about your smoker's haven, your she shed, your...
I'll tell you, I can't wait till my husband tells me, get the hell out of the house, go.
Bye.
I got a place to go. It's truly, I'll take my dogs and I'll just go to my spot. I'll tell you, it's one of the best things I've ever done. And it was, now that I'm thinking of it, yeah, I did want a 50 party, but that party lasts one day.
Yep.
Now I can have parties multiple times.
A week. All year round.
All year round. And, yes, it's a lot of work. Yes, I have to give some shout outs. My daughter, Amber.
Okay.
She's an electrician.
Oh, wow.
And local 103. And she hooked me up with some electricity. I can watch TV. I can watch the Cigar Authority and the Ash Holes and, of course, the Ash Shields replays and things like that. But it's a step-by-step process. My husband, I really have to thank. He puts up with all my shit. And I will tell you, it's a lot. Because, with working with your husband is different than working with coworkers.
Sure, of course.
And he goes, you need to give me time. I need to think. So we have like these chairs. So it's like the little Blue's Clues thinking chair. So he's thinking, and he's like, oh my God. And he's very self-critical, which is fine because he's a perfectionist. That's great. I don't really care if something, whatever. I can cover up, but we insulated it now. And let's see, it's been since November. So it was delivered in November.
Wow.
Reed's Ferry, I have to give a shout out. We sat down, we planned it. It took me 2 times to go back and figure it out. And I really wanted a red door.
Obviously. I mean, red is your thing.
No? I had the whole concept, the color scheme. I went home and I was like so upset. Not crying upset, but like every friggin' time I want something, it's like, all right. I went to my oldest daughter, Crystal. Crystal, here's the colors. I need your help. I'm like, I want basic so then I can build on it. She's like, black, gray, white. Right off the top, I'm like, like a tattoo.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, perfect. We can add red in that. Awesome. So I thanked her. And so from there, it was like, it's been every weekend, yes, but it's a project of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And it's very special.
Yeah. Do we have photos? I think you sent in some photos, right?
Yeah.
Is this the current state, or what are we looking at here?
So you're looking at when they came to my house and they built it right on the property. It was amazing. They come all prefabbed, and that's what it looked like, bare bones. So it's a 12 by 16. I think it's like colonial. Okay. And there's a loft in there. There's a loft now.
Oh, look at that.
So my husband's been in there, and we're trying to put the seams on, and we insulated it, and it's plywood. And right now we're in the stage of priming.
Okay.
Listen, I love painting, but it's
I imagine getting up there's a little bit of a hassle, and with those ceilings and stuff.
Yeah, and ladder hazards.
Yes.
Falling down.
Let's be careful.
Yeah, let's be careful. And so, what's so important is I found this company at the Cape called Cape Cod Cupola.
Okay.
And I wanted something that was really designed to what really this is, a cigar lounge hangout. And I designed the top. You probably can see it. It's in copper. It's, the weather vane.
Okay.
And you can see a wine glass and a cigar leaning up against it with fake smoke.
Oh my gosh.
When they said, "Oh, we have it already," I had to wait months for it. It took months for them to create from, my sketch. And the guy was emailing me back and forth, which they were great. He goes, "You don't need to be there. We'll come in."
Wow.
I went home. I was the first one home. And I just sat on the steps. And
That is amazing. Is that the weather vane there?
that's the weather vane at the top.
Look at that. We'll get a tighter shot on that. That is awesome. It's kind of like your mark, right? Your mark
I love
on
it. Yeah, and I actually had to put a step in the front of where the doors are because I'm short, but it's not that I need a stool to get in, but when you just want to walk in, you just have to. It's much more comfortable. So I have a stone step in the front, to get in.
Amazing.
But we're in the down to the wire now.
Okay.
Ready to put some touches on it. And there's going to be some
amazing.
creative, crazy. It's going to be the outdoor meeting, very elegant. And I think I mentioned the last time, if anybody's familiar with Lisa Vanderpump.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a chandelier in there.
Oh,
and
my
just,
gosh.
And
I love it.
Thanks for Joanne's going out of business. Thank you very much. But, literally like 7 to 10 Joannes in 1 week.
Wow.
My kids thought I was absolutely nuts.
You got to get the right stuff, though. Like, this is your vision. I get it. It's your baby.
But there was one picture that I couldn't take because it's not really done. So the night fighting. So I throw axes.
Okay.
And so my son, who's a carpenter, built me my own axe target. Because I used to, it's much more economical because I was going to throw axes and it's quite costly. I love it. But I have my axes.
Now you have your own
and
axe thing. So what I'm hearing is we're going to be hanging out at Ruby Cannoli's, and don't mess with her, folks, because she can lob an axe at you.
I'm going to need help because I really want to do like a launch party. I really do.
Okay.
I don't know, just something where everybody is involved and you guys come down and just, I want the guy, the guy you see and like when they have the sale?
Yeah.
And he's going like this.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
Dude.
I want one of those floaty dudes. I really do.
I love it.
Just I don't know, just to have fun. Like, and we had to have some landscaping done. And,
Sure. You're really making it something. That is awesome.
Little by little.
We'll keep updates on that if that's okay. Because
Absolutely.
This has been so fun just from my perspective to see this come to fruition. And you don't often hear about she sheds that are being cigar lounges. You know what I mean? Like that is just baller.
Just
I don't know
so
a better
excited.
word. Do you have, Agnes, a outside of two guys smoking area that you go to or anything like that?
No, I smoke so much during the week, like 3 cigars minimum. So when the weekend comes, I rarely go somewhere. There are like nice places I don't mind going for social purposes, but you smoke so much on daily, the sort of weekend I spend with my kids and like I do other things, but not I love cigars, but no. I don't even have cigar humidor at home.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes, my humidor is 2 guys downstairs.
What? That's
well
true.
humidified. Really? Yes.
I guess if you're here every single day, like that tracks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but see, I'm at the warehouse, so
right, you can't smoke there.
We can't smoke there.
No.
So
Yeah, it makes sense. That tracks.
challenging.
Awesome. Well, that is the She Shed update from Ruby Cannoli for you guys. And now it is time to get into today's top 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Here is today's top 5 list.
So,
All right.
top 5 anniversary gifts to give your wife, girlfriend via Google AI.
Okay. I appreciate that that little caveat at the end. Let's get into this.
So number 5, upgraded essential everyday items. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, sure.
Okay. I can kind of get behind that one.
Yeah.
So like yesterday, this is actually, my husband actually did this. I always had a pocket knife and I lost it years ago, like 2 years ago. I'm so sad. Someone here gave it to me, lost it. Because we're opening up boxes at the shop all the time. And I'd mentioned a couple times, like, man, I miss my pocket knife. Well, he got me an upgraded version of that pocket knife just on a whim. But I can see where, maybe not for like an anniversary, but like, I was thinking of you gift. I could see that. Interesting.
Fair enough. Number 4, surprise event tickets. So here's an opportunity. Maybe, she wants to come to Expo day 2 with the comedians and food trucks and night fighting, 20 cigars upon arrival. There, I can stand behind that. And I think event tickets just generally, it's fun,
I think experiences are
Right.
a perfect way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is an experience for
I
sure.
would not mind somebody getting me Boston Celtics playoff ticket, please.
You heard it here first, folks.
And there you go. And then something third is something sentimental. Here's the thing. I'm Eastern European. Sentiment kind of does not translate well with us, so I'll pass it on to you.
I guess it kind of depends. My husband isn't particularly a sentimental guy, so I think if he were to do that, it would be shocking to me, and I'd probably be like, "Oh my gosh!" But I don't know the length of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It kind of depends on what it is. Like, maybe it was like a digital photo album of all the places we've been to. Like, that could be really sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, something creative.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be an item.
Mm-hmm.
It can be something created.
Yeah.
With what you already have.
Yeah.
So pictures that never get in a frame.
Yes.
What do you do with them?
That's
home movies.
Home. Yes. Okay. All right. Google AI.
Number 2, romantic weekend getaway. Sure, if it's somewhere far abroad, Paris, I'll go. Something hot by the ocean, sure. To go to Connecticut, no, that's not a getaway. So
I could get behind a weekend getaway. I think that's nice. Just to like break the routine, get out of the mundane a little bit, go see a place here. I don't know if we could swing Paris, but Vermont maybe, or Montreal.
Cape Cod, a lobster, and that's it. That's very simple.
You'd be
maybe
good.
That's why your marriage is lasting, because you are very appreciative,
Agnes.
humble. I'm on marriage number 2. Did not work out.
Let's be clear. I can push the envelope. Oh yes.
Well, and then number 1, jewelry. I love jewelry.
See, I think that one is such a person-dependent one.
Yeah.
Like, I would appreciate jewelry, but if it was between that or like a getaway, I'm getaway first before that. But if you like jewelry, that's the perfect answer. You know what I mean?
But again, as long as it's solid gold, not some costume jewelry. But above it all, though, this can be all avoided, like this, because I can see some disappointments here, like there's a possibility of disappointment. So I'd say cash is like the best anniversary present. The only disappointment would be the amount,
what is a good, like, can I ask, like, what would be
for anniversary?
For anniversary, what was the anniversary for your wife or girlfriend? Yeah.
Depends how long are we
5 years.
been into.
5 years.
5 years.
Let's do 5 years. And
Let's
then 50.
See, Well, see, I don't want to downgrade things. It depends.
Okay.
Like, I'd say how much you value me. Like, what's my daily spending? How big is my Botox bill? Like, do that, like, a cumulative sum and, come with, like, a good amount there.
So pay attention to where you're spending the money and kind of base it. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Or a shopping spree.
Yeah, something like that. I could see that.
Have them come with you.
Ooh, that's even better. Making swipe the credit card while you hold the bag.
Right.
Or make them hold the bags, actually, right?
There you go.
There you go, shopping spree. All right. Well, For your relationship advice for the week, everybody, that's the top 5 things you should get your wife or girlfriend for their anniversary via Google AI. I would say generally winners.
Yeah,
Generally
no,
winners.
wasn't bad.
Nope. But you should get her an Expo ticket. I mean,
Yes.
above all else.
Can't
That's
disappoint with that.
I mean, you have cigars and food
there it is. That's it.
and drinks,
Ta-da.
and you can laugh. So
There's your experience for September, folks. Get her a ticket. All right. Well, that is enlightening. This is usually the next segment is the Kilt Man's Corner, but as you can see, Kilt Man is not here, although we love you, Kilt Man. Hope you're doing well. Today, it is Ruby's Red Anchor Corner.
Red Anchor is the world's first cigar brand, beginning in 1772, now celebrating over 250 years. United Cigar, in partnership with the famed Kellner family, reintroduced Red Anchor cigars, now blended in the Dominican Republic, featuring an Ecuador wrapper, Monte Plata binder, and fillers of San Vicente, Habano 92, and Pennsylvania broadleaf. This 3-country blend creates a medium-bodied, smooth profile of cedar, nutmeg, shortbread, and a rich, buttery finish. It's time to relish the return of Red Anchor cigars.
Well, we're talking nothing about just all Perdomo. This is what we're gonna just jump right in. It's a Perdomo Legacy, launches this Thursday at Two Guys. It's a tribute blended by Nicholas Perdomo III to his father, Nick Perdomo Jr. Debuts this week only at Two Guys Smoke Shop and number 2, guyscigars.com. The Perdomo Legacy will be available in 3 blends. We have the Maduro, the Connecticut, and the new Nicaraguan Shade Grown in 5 sizes: Robusto, Epicure, Churchill, Gordo, and the limited production, which I got to see, Gran Bellicoso. And I just want to jump in, the boxes are gorgeous.
I can't wait to see them. I haven't even seen a box yet.
They're just gorgeous. Perdomo Legacy is available exclusively Thursday, May 8th at all Two Guys Smoke Shop locations in Salem, Seabrook, and Nashua, along with the number 2, guyscigars.com at 10 a.m. Eastern. 10 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, means 10 a.m., not
She took the glasses off for this one.
10:01, 10:03, it's 10 o'clock.
I love it. We have an event this week at Two Guys, and it's a dinner Wednesday evening.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh my gosh, yeah. What
Yeah.
day is it? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Right. So tomorrow there's an event, and we're highlighting this launch, and the cigar and the Perdomos will be here. If you're ever interested in events like this, we do stuff like this pretty regularly with patriarchs of these companies. Talk to our people in the shops, and we'll let you know what events are coming up, because we typically have a poster up. We have tickets available. This one sold out pretty quick because, obviously, this was a big deal. But if you're ever curious about our other events, locally, obviously, hit us up. We'd be happy to see you there. So maybe some of you listening now will be there tomorrow. That'll be exciting. But I think out of all of us, you're the only one that has smoked it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
I can't even, I can't compare it to anything.
Wow. And you smoke a lot.
And I smoke a lot.
Yeah. I'm so intrigued by that.
You know, even not being able to at the warehouse, which is fine, I'm at like 5 a day.
Wow. After the warehouse?
Before.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So commuting.
Okay, sure.
And I haven't like taken a break to go out because I don't want to start and stop and relight, and it doesn't taste the same. You know?
Sure.
Then going home and then working in the shed. I mean,
you're smoking 5 a day, and you're saying you've never smoked something like this Perdomo.
No.
Wow.
No.
Well, if you don't get it in the shop, get it in Dave's weekly 6-pack, folks. This is going to be epic. I am very excited for everyone to experience this. Perdomo makes a great cigar anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They are one of the leading names in the industry for a reason. So the fact that we've got this coming up is really a big deal for that family, but I think for cigar smokers everywhere.
Well, to get it at this price and just included in this pack, I think is hands down.
Yeah, that is awesome. Awesome. Ladies, we are rounding on the end of our show, but I'm curious to know. I will say this is smoking. This Red Anchor Captain is smoking a lot slower than I expected it to. It's rolled really nicely.
Yeah.
It's not burning too quickly. What are you thinking so far? How are you liking it?
It has nice transitions. It starts one way, mild, so you get that coffee, and now it's so cedary for me.
Very much cedary. Yeah. That
a
shines.
little bit even leather, slight bit of leather, right?
I get that. And you said leather too, Ruby?
Leather, yes. And then at some point there was like a lemon orange burst.
Wow. Your palate is awesome. I did not pick that up, but I trust your palate more than I trust mine.
I'm not always right. I don't know. It's just because sometimes when I taste like something spicy, I sometimes can confuse it, and I think, oh, it's pepper right away, and then I have to keep going, and then it's really not.
Okay,
it's not as peppery because, customers will ask, well, what do you think? Well, my palate's different from yours and from yours, so what I taste is a little bit different, but. Don't be afraid of this spice. It's not in your face.
Very subtle.
It's very subtle, yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. And very dynamic. I've said this before, I love a dynamic smoke.
Yes.
Like there's a couple cigars that I'll reach for that are kind of the same thing the whole way through, and that's fine. That'll get me my morning started when I'm working a shift with like a coffee or something. I don't mind a drink playing alongside it, like a espresso. But I really like a dynamic smoke, and this is absolutely that, the Red Anchor Captain. So
on retro, it almost tastes a little like Capri Sun.
What?
I know.
Okay, hold on.
Like the juice.
See, my kids are all older now, so it's been a while.
So next time you try Capri Sun and Red Anchor on the retro on the last third, you will feel it.
Man, okay, that is probably the most interesting flavor take I've heard maybe since I've been here. I love that. Capri Sun on the retro. Okay. Where would you think it falls on the trusty Cigar Authority official strength-o-meter?
I'd say 6, right?
I'm like between a 5 and a 6.
5 and a 6, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of, it's hitting in that like 5 or 6 range.
Yeah, if it wasn't, if I didn't get that citrus, I would have left it at a 5, but I think it's like a 6.
That citrus ups it a little bit. Yeah. Very good. Well, let's review this lovely cigar. Don't look at each other's numbers. I already know what I'm going to be. Okay. All right, Ruby, you first. What do you rate the Red Anchor Captain today?
92.
Okay.
Me, just 92.
I rated mine a 92 also.
Okay.
We didn't look, guys. We didn't look. We didn't look.
That's funny.
Aaron, did you rate it? Can you break our tie at all?
I did not write down, but I put actually at 93.
Okay. All right. So only better from Aaron Noonan over there. All right. So that makes the math pretty easy. It's a 92, folks. If you haven't tried this cigar, it is absolutely worth it. Get it in the weekly 6-pack. Come to our store, Nashua, Salem, or Seabrook, New Hampshire. Give it a try. It's a great smoke. For those of you who want to come to the Expo on that Saturday, we've got a couple tickets left. Again, come see us. It's entertainment. It's cigars. It's awesome people, awesome food. You're not going to be disappointed. $195 for that day. 20 cigars handed to you right when you walk in. And you can get those tickets at 2guyscigars.com. And we can see you there. We're going to get to do a little meet and greet. Come say hi. We'd love to chat with our viewers. Obviously, one of the things I wanted to say, and I forgot to mention it before, was the first expo, there were so many women there. And that was awesome. Just to see women enjoying an event of that scale for cigars. Yeah. So you're in good company. If you are a woman looking for an event, this is the one to attend. That's great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, next week, the Perdomo Legacy is launching, as we've covered, and the boys are back. Send us an email at theashholespodcast@gmail.com if you've got some thoughts. Let us know what you thought of this week's show. Chef Wyatt, thank you again for your email. We appreciate that. Until then, you have been listening to the Ashholes Takeover by the Ash Heels, broadcasting from the Studio 21 Cigar Studio above Two Guys Smoke Shop in Salem, New Hampshire. We'll see you next month.
Bye.
opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. The United